I'm a hero, I'm for hire, I'm a seller, I'm a buyer. Conversations with me in the lounge as we scream. You know me, Matt Morgan, subject board, follow him. I'm the comic man. I'm the comic man.
Hey, true believers. Welcome back to another Sunday Supershow Extravaganza. We'll get into the new previews for the upcoming new comic book day for November 5th, 2025. We'll show you the trending and hot comics of the week, my picks for variants of the week, and the upcoming new key issues of the week for the new comic book day. Let's say hello to the chat. We have Comic Vet in here saying, "What up, fam? What up, Vet? Good to see you, Chris. Hope you're doing well this fine November evening. I still can't stand this like time change thing. It's kind of getting me. Hey, we got the Lady Prime here. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a nice November evening. It's November 2nd. I'm kind of bummed out October's over with, but that's the way it goes. But appreciate you guys for stopping by. We'll just get right into it. We're going to go ahead and start it up here. Here are the new comic book day previews for November the 5th, 2025. Got some interesting books coming out this week. I already got the screen ready to share. I'll be jumping back and forth, checking the chats, so just bear with me. Let's bring this up to the stage. Hey, Kirby. How you doing? All right, we got some interesting books coming out this week. We got Absolute Superman issue 13. I've been really liking that. I'm thinking about getting back into it. I kind of like my favorite character is actually the AI Cape. Batman 3, the one that's written by Matt Fraction with Raphael Albuquerque doing the art. So far, I like it. I read issue 1 and 2. I'm kind of liking it pretty good. Hey, Robert. How you doing? It's good to see you, Pops. All right. Next up, we got Absolute Green Lantern number 8. But it is coming out this week. We have Ultimate X-Men 21. All the Ultimate books are coming to an end, unfortunately. I kind of stopped after issue 18 on this one, though, We got ASM 15 coming out this week. A DC KO tie-in here, not file number 1. Batman DC KO title. Batgirl issue 13 comes out this week. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 40. Also coming out this week, we have Poison Ivy issue 38 and Avengers issue 32. Void Rivals 24 will be released this week, along with Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu number 14, G.I. Joe issue 13, Birds of Prey 27, and Rook Exodus number 8. If you're not checking out Void Rivals, G.I. Joe, or Rook Exodus, I highly recommend them. They're pretty good. We got Mark's Genre Mixer. Hey, how you doing, Mark? Good to see you. Good to see you. And if we got any mods in the chat, be sure to moderate for me if you are a mod. I think Comic Vet's one and Under the Cow, Kirby. I know you got me. All right. We got on the next row, we got Amazing X-Men issue 2. This is part of that X-Men Apocalypse era, or so I can't remember the name of it. Extinction or something like that. Extermination. I don't really follow these X-Men events. They just overdo them. We got DC this week, JSA, Justice Society of America, issue 13. From Image, Assorted Crisis Events number 6. From DC, we have Adventures of Superman, the Book of L number 3. Then we have from Marvel, Star Wars Legacy of Vader, issue 10. Laura Kitty, Sabretooth number 2. That's from Marvel. Also for Marvel, we have Planet She-Hulk number 1. There was actually some pretty good variants for that coming out. Yeah, those are pretty cool. And, okay, let's keep on going. Long Shots issue 2 from Marvel. From Image Comics, we have The Walking Dead Deluxe 124. Those are the color reprints of all the Walking Dead issues. Another one I'm interested in is Alien versus Captain America #1 from Marvel. We got some pretty cool variants for that one. I can't wait for that one to come out. We got also from Marvel, we have Binary issue 2. From Image, we have Scorch 46. DC Comics, Cheetah and Cheshire Rob the Justice League issue 4. From Boom Studios, Minor Arcania #11. Marvel Comics, Spirits of Violence #2. From IDW of Godzilla issue 4. From Titan Comics, we have Savage Sword of Conan #11. From Bad Idea Comics, Planet Death #2. Harley and Ivy, Life and Crimes #1 from DC. Also from DC coming out this week, Gotham Academy, first year, issue 2. And we also have from Mad Cave, Speed Racer #4. Adventure Time #7 from Oni. From Image Comics, we have Ice Cream Man, the Mortal Coil Shuffle Card Set Special #1. From Oni Press, we have Cruel Universe #4. That's one of those new EC books. From Dynamite, we have Thundercats Lost #8. From Dark Horse, Nemesis Forever #3. That's Mark Miller is doing the writing for that. It's part of the Miller world. Yeah, I'm going to have to get that foil one too by Dan Panosian. It looks pretty cool. Red Shirts #4 from IDW. New series out this week from Marvel. Echo, Seeker of Truth #1. Well, that's a really pretty cover. I like that cover. Also from Vault Comics, we have Post Malone's Big Rig, issue 4. From Boom, we have BR Troopers #4. Dynamite is releasing Gargoyles Demona #4. From Distillery, we have White House Robot Romance #2. Also, and we have another one from Dark Horse here, Huck, Big Bad World #6. And from Dynamite, DuckTales #8. From Dark Horse Comics, we have Quick Stops Volume 3, issue 3. And that is, of course, Kevin Smith's comic. Teen Titans Go #9 from DC. Batman 47 Facsimile. The Golden Age Facsimile. We got Orphan and the Five Beasts, Bath of Blood #2 from Dark Horse. Texarkanium Canum #4 from Dark Horse. Thundercats Pumra #1. Like, pretty cool. It's a new series. We also have from Mad Cave, Vanishing Point #6. Valiant Beyond, Tales of the Shadowmen #3. From Dark Horse Comics, we have From the World of Minor Threats, Archie versus the Minor Threats, issue 3. From Fantagraphic Books, we have Tales of Paranoia #1. Titan Comics with releasing Little Nightmares, Descent to Nowhere #2. Then we have from Rebellion Comics, 2000 AD, issue 2457. That's a lot of issues. And I believe that's all we're going to cover for this week. So there you go. That is your new comic day previews for this week. Hey, Missy Mars is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now we'll go to hold on. There we go. These are my picks for variant covers of the week. This is not, I don't get this from any list. This is just my personal opinion. And we'll start off with #1 on the list. This is, what book is that? It's a Derek Chew variant. Damn, I don't even know what book that is. Hold on. Yeah, I don't even know what book that is. Oh, it's a Derek Chew Rook Exodus 1 and 20. So 1 and 20 Derek Chew Rook Exodus #8 version variant. For the Cruel Universe #4, we have the Frank Kiz variant, the Francois variant. I don't know. I just think that's really cool. For the Poison Ivy this week, we have the Eon variant. I just love Eon's work. I think it's pretty amazing. And this is for She-Hulk, Planet She-Hulk #1. This is the 616 Comics exclusive variant, Alexander Lozano variant. I really love this one. I'm definitely going to order this one. The Jonas Shape. We have also this week coming out the Spirits of Violence #2. This is the Jonas Shape variant. I kind of like that kind of old school kind of look to it. Also from Planet She-Hulk #1 this week. This is the Jenny Frison version variant. That's a really good She-Hulk right there. And for G.I. Joe this week, issue 13, this is the Mark Spears variant, Cobra Commander. And we were talking about it earlier, Captain America, Alien versus Captain America #1. This is the Dan Panosian foil variant. Really like that one. I don't know. I really like that one, though. And then for Avengers #32, this is the Lucio Vecchio cover. I've been collecting all these. I really like those. I just like the way they got the big picture in the background and the full body picture in the front, the forefront. And for Birds of Prey this week, my final pick for variant cover of the week is the Christian Ward variant for Birds of Prey. I really like that one for some reason. I don't know. It's pretty cool, though. Pretty cool. All right. And there you go. There's your variant covers of the week. Now let's go to, let me click on this here. I got to get it ready. Oh, is it the pop-up Destro foil? Oh, that sounds pretty cool. All right. Next up, we have, we're going to go on the next segment. This is, I get this information from the Key Collector app. This is new key issues of the week. This will be the upcoming key first appearances and events coming up for the week of November 5th, 2025. All right. And I'll have to share the screen. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Long time, man. Hope you're doing all right. Comics Embrace. It's good to see you in the chat, man. All right, here we go. New key issues of the week. Got Alien versus Captain America #1. This is just a 4-issue limited series. It's not really a key, but we got Amazing Spider-Man 15. Solicitation states this is the first full appearance of a new major character, but it does not tell you what major character it is. For all you Spider-Man collectors out there, you may want to pay attention and pick that one up this week. All right. Next up, we have Circus Maximus #1. It says the most daring heist in history is set in motion by an unlikely crew who plot to rob the Imperial treasury beneath the Temple of Saturn, while Rome is distracted by the games of the circus, of the Circus Maximus. But when Emperor Nero sets the city ablaze, escaping with their lives may be the only prize they can hope for. Oh, interesting. So it's like a kind of historical, fictional story. Crownsville #1 from Oni Press. Founded in the early 20th century as a segregated all-black psychiatric hospital, Crownsville was plagued by overcrowding, abuse, and rumors of horrific experiments. Now condemned and crumbling, it draws the attention of Detective Mike Sims and journalist Paul Blair after mysterious death is ruled a suicide. So there you go. That one's kind of interesting sounding. All right, let's move on. DCKO #2. This is just a DCKO event tie-in. Next up, we have DCKO Night Fight #1. This is the first team appearance of the Batman of the Future, and it is also a DCKO tie-in. We got Dynamite Blood Red #1 from Dynamite, team-up series featuring Dynamite's female lead characters. Echo, Seeker of Truth, #1 from Marvel. It says it will be the first team appearance of the Wisteria Meadows cult. Next on the list, we have Harley and Ivy, Life and Crimes, #1. It's a series that explores the origin of Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy's relationship. Next up, we have Ice Cream Man, The Mortal Coil Shuffle, #1. It's already $10, so kind of expensive cover price for that book, if you ask me, but all right. Then we got Planet She-Hulk, #1. This is one of 4 titles that relaunches Marvel's Galactic Universe. This is the premier issue of She-Hulk as the protector of Skaar, the world first introduced in Planet Hulk. Space Scouts, #1 from Dark Horse. It's not it's just the first issue is what's the key on here. Teenage girl enters a glitzy interstellar reality show to become a space scout, only to discover too late that the prize is a one-way ticket to a brutal secret war at the edge of the universe. Next up, we have Spirits of Violence, #2 from Marvel. This is the variant. This is the first cover appearance of the Spirit of Violence. So if you want the first cover appearance of Spirit of Violence, there you have to get that variant. All right. Thundercats Pumra, #1. For Dynamite Comics, this issue will be the origin of Pumra. We have Tuatha, #1. In a forgotten war-ravaged realm, a young woman treks through a dying land with the severed head of her fallen king strapped to her back. Interesting. And then the last one we have is Youngblood, #1. This is the mass market edition. It's from Image Comics, published with a few different interior pages than the original direct-to-consumer edition is. So there you go. That are your key issues of the week. Of course, is the trending. Let's see if we can get it to work first before we congratulate each other. We got trending 20 comics of the week. This is, of course, according to the Key Collector app again. All right, we will start in on that. Should be some interesting stuff on the list this week. Something's Killing the Children, #1 from Boom Studios, 2019. High grades, about $325. Of course, this is the first appearance of Erica Slaughter, first appearance of James, a boy who witnessed the death of his classmates, first appearance of Ascurata, a monster. There were only 33,648 copies ordered by retailers when it came out, so it's got a low print run. 1,367% increase in copies sold this week versus the previous week, following Blumhouse's announcement that a film adaptation is underway along with an adult animated series. So I'm sure that all the Something's Killing the Children fans will rejoice in that. Hey, Comics of the Voice, hope you're doing all right. Okay, we'll continue. Next up, we have Last Flight Out, #1 from Dark Horse, 2021. There's been a 1,200% increase in copies sold this week after it was announced that Apple TV and director Sam Hargrave, who directed The Last Frontier, will adapt it for a theatrical release. Next up, we have Southern Bastards, #1, series created by Jason Aaron about vigilantism in Alabama. There's been an 1,100% increase in copies sold this week because Hulu announced they ordered a pilot issue for a potential TV series. Next up, we have The Death of Silver Surfer, #1. This is the first appearance of Kelly Coe, an agent. Been a 380% increase in copies sold this week, following the conclusion of Death of Silver Surfer series that went on sale this week. Next up on the list from Marvel, 1973. This is Tomb of Dracula, #10. It's about $1,100 on a super high grade. It is the first appearance of Blade. And there's been a 300% increase in copies sold this week. Here we go. One of my favorite covers. Captain America Annual #8 from 1986. Iconic cover art by Mike Zeck. First appearance of Test 1. 40 grade, $40 in a high grade copy. 200% increase in copies sold this week. All right, now we got up another book I like, Exquisite Corpses, issue 1 from this year. It's already a high grade of 10. I mean, high grade copies going for 10. It says every few years on Halloween, the wealthiest families in America play a game. Includes a playing card for the upcoming card game. There's been a 182% increase in copies sold this week. Also, because of the new James Tinney news about something killing children, oddly enough. Next up on the list, we have Absolute Batman number 9. It's about $8 on a high grade. This, of course, is the introduction of Bane to the Absolute Universe. Introduction of Deathstroke, briefly in a photograph. 171% increase in copies sold this week after DC released teaser images of Joker from Absolute Batman issue 15. And then we got some Kirby goodness here. I think a comic vet likes these books. Black Panther issue 1 from 1977. $90 on a high grade. First ongoing Black Panther solo title. It's also the first team appearance of the collectors, Abner Little and Princess Zonda. It's been a 167% increase in copies sold this week. Next up, another Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman number 1, first print. High grade's about $75. This book blew up earlier this year. And it's the premiere issue of Absolute Batman. It's the introduction of Alfred Pennyworth as an MI6 agent. Introduction of Black Mask, Waylon Jones, Killer Croc, and mainstream universe. Introduction of Martha Wayne as Commissioner Gordon, Barbara Gordon, and Harvey Bullock. Introduction of Selena Kyle, Oswald Cobblepot, Edward Nygma, Harvey Dent as children in a photograph. It's also the introduction of Matches Malone, Joker's first cameo, Julia Pennyworth cameo, the deaths of Thomas Wayne, first team appearance of the Party Animals led by Black Mask. So there you go. There was a 16-page ash can that came out a while back too. All right, next on the list we have Absolute Wonder Woman number 1. It's about $15 on a high grade. This is the premiere issue, introduction of Cersei, Pegasus, and origin of Wonder Woman. Next up we have Absolute Batman number 6, $10. Conclusion of the first story arc of the Absolute Batman ongoing series. Second cameo appearance of Absolute Joker. Cameo also at Absolute Batman number 1. Increase in copies sold this week. A lot of love for DC on this list. New DC. DC Island Special number 1 from last year. This is the introduction of Absolute Superman, Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, the Absolute Universe, the death of the Justice League, debut of the Justice League satellite, and the death of Caliban, Darkseid's son. Next up, one of my favorite books, and I own this one, G.I. Joe Real American Hero number 1 from 1982. Super high grade copies, about $180. First team appearance of G.I. Joe. First appearance of Snake Eyes, Scarlet, Grunt, Breaker, Rock and Roll, Stalker, Zap, Short Fuse, Clutch, Laser, Steeler, Hawk, Grand Slam. It's the first team appearance of the Cobra terrorist organization, and it's the first appearance of Cobra Commander, first appearance of Baroness, also an intel officer for Cobra Commander. There's been a 120% increase in copies sold this week after Skybound released a press release announcing an Energon Universe Transformers G.I. Joe Void Rivals animated series. So I'm excited about that, by the way. Next up, another Absolute Batman's all over this list is because of that great Absolute Batman Annual number 1 that just came out by Daniel Warren Johnson. If you have not read that, I urge you to go read it now. This is Absolute Batman number 11, though, and this is the origin of Bane in the Absolute Universe. And there's been a 114% increase in copies sold this week. Next on the list, we have Thundercats number 1 from Star Comics, 1985. This is the first team appearance of the Thundercats, Lido, Chitra, Chichara, Panthro, Tigra, Wally Kit, and Snarf. It's also the first appearance of Mumra. Been a 114% increase in copies sold this week versus the previous week. More Absolute. We have Absolute Martian Manhunter number 1. This is the introduction of the Absolute Martian Manhunter, a.k.a. Martian Mindhunter. And we got some McFarlane goodness here coming up. Amazing Spider-Man 316. This is the third appearance of Venom. First full cover appearance of Venom. Head appears in an inset on issue 315. There's been a 105% increase in copies sold this week. Next up, we have Incredible Hulk issue 340, another iconic Todd McFarlane cover. There's been a 104% increase in copies sold this week. And last on the list for the trending 20, Amazing Spider-Man 252, the first appearance of Spider-Man's black costume. But this issue is cited as being tied with Marvel Team-Up issue 141 as the first appearance of the black costume. This issue went on sale January 31st, 1984. Marvel Team-Up 141 went on sale February 14th, 1984. Cover art obviously inspired by Amazing Fantasy 15. There's been a 100% increase in copies sold this week. Okay, well, and this, of course, is the Hot 10 Comics of the Week, also from the Key Collector app. Secret Wars number 8 came later. Secret Wars number 8 is the origin of the black costume. That is the first cover appearance of the black costume, first appearance of it overall. So coming at number 10 here on the Hot 10 this week, we have Uncanny X-Men 100 from 1976, classic battle of the original X-Men versus the new X-Men. The first uses the phrase fastball special when Colossus launches Wolverine at the enemy. A CDC 9.2 this week sold for $288. Also had a CDC 8.0 sold for $230. A price variant sold for 6.0 price variant sold for $200. That is an 8% increase. This is only the second time in 2025 that this milestone issue 100 for the Uncanny X-Men has ranked on the top 10, Hot 10 this year. Number 9, we have Predator number 1 from Dark Horse Comics, 1989. This is the first appearance of Predator in a standard comic book. Of course, Marvel acquired the rights, and the new movie's coming out. Badlands comes out this month. I'm excited about that. CDC 9, and also remember that this cover has an orange background, but the second print has a red background, so don't overpay for a second print. CDC 9.8 of this book sold for $474 this week. That's a 9% increase. A 7.0 CDC sold for $79, and that is a 55% increase. And that's also because of the Predator Badlands movie being released. Coming in at number 8, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 50. This is the first appearance of Kingpin Wilson Fisk. It's a CDC 6.0 this week, sold for $1,000. That is an 8% increase. A CDC 4.5 sold for $697. A 13% increase. And on the bottom end, we have a CDC 1.5 sold for $300 this week, only up 5% from last week's total. Coming in at number 7, we have another iconic cover by Todd McFarlane. This is Batman issue 423 from 1988. A CDC 9.8 this week sold for $1,750. That is a 7% increase in copies sold. And an 8.5 CDC sold for $175. And that is a 5% increase. The biggest increase comes with a CDC 9.2 this week that sold for $300, which is a 31% increase of last time's total of $229 of the average total, I should say. Coming in at number 6, this book's everywhere this week. Incredible Hulk 340, another iconic Todd McFarlane cover. A CDC 9.8 this week sold for $1,339. That is a 31% jump from the average, which is $1,022. A 7.5 sold this week for $200. That is a 23% increase. And a 6.0 CDC newsstand sold for $180. And that's 32% over the average of $136. This is the first of 3 Todd McFarlane issues that made their way on the top 10. This one has appeared 11 times over the past 42 weeks. Not bad. Next up, more McFarlane. I think it's because of that signing. He's got a signing coming with CDC. It's too rich for my blood. But here we got Spawn issue 1 from 1992. And if you're my age, unless you're living in a rock or in a cave somewhere in 1992, everybody knows this book. This is the first appearance of Spawn, Salmon Twitch, Malboja, and the first cameo of Jason Wynn. And CDC 9.8 this week sold for $167. And that is a 29% increase from the average. 9.8 copies of CGC outsold the average this week. CDC 9.8 newsstand sold for $580 this week, only up 4% from the average. Coming up next, we got another banger one, and we had one of these sold at C3. House of Secrets 92 from 1971. First appearance of Swamp Thing, Alex Olson. This is what we call a big boy blue chip book right here. A CDC 8.0 copy of this book sold this week for $3,120, only a 4% increase from the average. A CDC 7.0 sold for $1,950. That's only 5% jump. And a CDC 2.5 this week sold for $630, which of course is a 9% increase. And of course, House of Secrets, it also lands on the list this week because DC and Boom Studios announced a collaboration event in which they're going to put Swamp Thing and Something's Killing the Children together and call it Swamp Thing is Killing the Children. But I have been assured that Swamp Thing will not be killing any children, so don't worry about that. Coming in at number 3, another big boy book, Incredible Hulk issue 181, the first full appearance of Wolverine. There's a final page cameo in issue 180. And there's a Marvel value stamp in this book, so be aware of that. It is Marvel value stamp number 454, and it's Shayna the She-Devil. CDC 9.4 of this book sold for $10,499. That's only a 3% increase over the average. A CDC 8.5 this week sold for $5,100. Only a 6% increase. And on the low end of the grades, a CDC 2.0 sold for $1,700, and that is a 28% increase in copies sold this week. It says here at the bottom, just a note, in just about 5 years, the value of Hulk 181 doubled, which is an astounding thing to say in regards to any collectible investment. So it's one of those books that just keeps going up and up. At number 2 on the list is we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 300. It says it's the first full, but Todd McFarlane says that he believes issue 298 is the first appearance of Venom. And who's to argue with him? He is the artist, but this is the book everybody talks about. It's CDC 9.8 copy of this sold for $2,650 this week. That is a 6% increase in copies sold. Newsstand 9.6 sold for $1,525, and that is a 6% increase over the average. Down one spot from last week's number 1, this massive milestone issue maintains a dominant presence with 25 out of 42 placements on the 2025 Hot 10. And here's a book you don't really see that much on this list every week. This is Amazing Fantasy 15 from 1962. And of course, this is obviously the first appearance and origin of Spider-Man. It's the first appearance and death of Uncle Ben. Also the first appearance of Aunt May and Flash Thompson and Liz Allen, who later marries Harry Osborn. In September 2021, a CDC 9.6 of this book sold for $3.6 million, surpassing the previous record of $1.1 million in 2011. A CDC 5.0 this week sold for $45,600. That is a 6% increase over the average. A CDC 3.0 this book sold for $23,500, an 8% increase over the average value. A CDC 2.5 this book sold for $24,299, which is a 12% increase over the average. And finally, a CDC 1.8 of this book sold this week for $15,885, and that is only a 2% bump. It says here that Amazing Fantasy had a solid week to earn it a spot on the Key Collector Comics Hot 10 for only the second time in 2025. And there you have it. There are your I'll take 3 of them, right? We'll take 2 each, right? It's affordable, only $45,000, right? I mean, hell. All right. Anyway, that's your Hot 10 Comics of the Week. So there we go. Yeah, we'll take 3 of them. Me and Metal Elf Collectibles will take 3 of AF-15 and Hulk 181 while we're at it. Yeah, definitely. All right. This is the real fun part of the show coming up. Yeah, we're not greedy at all. That's all we want. All right. This is my favorite part of the show anyway. This is out of context panels of the week. This is where we look at some single panels from old comics that can be taken extremely out of context, and it can be hilarious. So let's start off. I'll try to do my best since I'm alone. I have to read them myself. Mother, you should choose your words more carefully. You cannot forbid me to do anything, especially where Dick is concerned. Yeah, Mom, what are you thinking? I heard it more than a month ago, Doctor. I have hit it again without noticing. That's a possibility. Yeah, I think the doctors want to fill your legs, honey. You got to watch those doctors. You know, some of them can be kind of shady. Let's get high and deny Christ. Holy shit. Now that one's pretty wild. Yeah. All right. I don't know what books that's from, but geez. All right. It's Sunday, y'all. We shouldn't have showed that, right? Here's a web facial to shut you up. My eyes, my eyes. I don't want to know what Spider-Man's doing off panel. That's all I'm going to say. The harder I squeeze, the brighter it gets. I wonder what would happen if I used both hands. I'm telling you, I got some good ones this week too, so that one's kind of funny. Next up, we have another one. Winning. We got Charlie Sheen here all of a sudden. He's like, winning. Speaking of Charlie Sheen.
Winning. Winning. Winning.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm playing around with sound effects. All right. Next up, we have this one. It says, when the time comes, it's that big button marked total destruction, and don't forget to use it, or else. Now get going. And we got like flight, total destruction, shrinkage, levitation, direct wire mercury. Okay, they got some freaky stuff going on in that sport coat. Remember the killer's guilt will make his boomerang grow longer like this. Now I will make it shrink again. Juju Glumgo. Okay, so when he gets guilty, it grows, huh? Okay, that's just weird. I don't know what they mean by that, and I don't want to know. Freeze, you murderer. And this guy's carrying a severed head. He goes, murderer? Who, me? Who, me? I'm just carrying a severed head around. I'm completely innocent. I've been framed. Next up, we have, oh, that's a good spot she's in. My shoe strap's loose. What is this little dirty birdie wanting to do? I don't know about that one. Archie, with the pre-holiday test coming, I don't think we should be Jack and Jilling. But this isn't a date. I want you to help me bone up. Oh, okay, Archie. Archie's always wanting Veronica or them to, bone up on something, right? He's always wanting to get Betty and Veronica to bone up. I don't know why that one's on here. We'll throw that one out. All right, next up. That book has been destroyed. This is probably my last appearance, but before I go, why do you look at me like that? No, I think he's got one thing on his mind before he goes. What it sounds like anyway. Thus, Colonel, tomorrow will not be disgraced with that boner award. But I'll take it anyway, sir, for someone who deserves. I'll take it anyway, sir, for someone who deserves it. So they give awards now for best boner. I didn't know that. Interesting. I've got to, what's he say? I've got to do this more. What's he hit one of the jacuzzi jets or something? Because that seems kind of weird. I don't know. You must hold the machine at more of an angle. Bzzz. What machine are we talking about here? I kind of want to know. What happened? El Grande's bunch. We beat them off, but they'll be back every mile from now on. Our lives are online, so you better watch out. They might try to beat you off. All right. Until I can't read that. It says there. Anyway, it looks like she's like, it's just a weird, I don't know, it's weird. I can't read what it says, but anyway. I think somebody altered this one because this cannot be from a real comic. My spider sense tells me that is one fine ass. Okay, coffee head. What's our next move? Lucy, I want you to dress up, Luigi, I want you to dress up like a woman. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Eva, you can pull the other end. Gee, thanks. All right. I'm not saying that word because I'm afraid I'll screw it up. Anyway, meddlesome witch, you saved my life. For that, I'll tear you apart. Wait, what? Okay. And then the deluge. Hey, from now on, they'll call you Bathman. Ho, 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 ho. All right, Chuck. If you promise not to tire yourself too much, I promise, honey. Gee, it's going to be just like old times. Me and you together again. I wonder what they're getting ready to do. I don't know. You're in luck. The best tasting cereal on earth is grape nut flakes. Lady, lead me to them. My magnetism needs recharging right now. Grape nuts are not the greatest cereal in the world. They're probably the worst cereal in the world, so no, I pass. What happened? What happened? Is Paula all right? Yeah, she's fine. She's been murdered. How could she be fine and be murdered? That don't make any sense, officer. I don't know what you're doing here, but you're doing your job wrong. Not so fast. With my right hand, I attract. I don't know what that one even means, but it just looked weird. I like his. It looks like he's got a vibrator on his head or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dirty birdie. They'd cancel my library card and kick me out of the garden club. For what? What are you thinking about doing? Hey, let me down. What you doing? It's like Batman. I mean, Captain America's playing a little grab ass here, if you ask me. I don't know. It's no use, Bonnie. I can't get it loose. Where's it at? Where do you got it stuck in? I kind of want to know. Okay. Here's my toe heel. A dealer, a dollar. I got you by the collar. And she kicks him in the ass. A dealer, a dollar. I got you by the collar. Okay. When I leave, I'll remember that crack. When I leave, I'll remember that crack with us. A Martian gas gun? I'm afraid I must ask you to remove your jacket for inspection, sir. That bulge. I think she just wants to see. I just think she wants to see your bulge, is what I think it is. Just saying. Next, we have another one. This is the last one. I can't take you anywhere. I just blew all about on what? It's either all or all. I don't know. I don't know. Where do they usually play? That's your out of context panels of the week. And that is the show. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. And just remember that coming up, I want to show you what's coming up this week. Tomorrow night on Bad Cinema at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be talking about Samurai Cop, one of the craziest damn movies I've ever seen. And then Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern for Good Cinema, we will be reviewing Harlem Night starring Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, and Red Fox. So please tune in for that. I think Danny Aiello's in it too. A lot of great comedic actors in it. So just be sure to check all that out. And I appreciate everybody watching. And I'd like to thank everybody who voted for me for the comic book awards. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot. I didn't think I was going to win. You know, I'm surprised I won it. You know, and congratulations to Kingdom of Nerds and all the other winners like Dan's Comics Corners and Paul and the 619. And also a good shout out to my Instagram comic book club, the Black Order Comic Club. We're on it's a fun little club, and we had a lot of people win some awards last night. They're in that club. Oh, thank you, Metal Elf Collectibles. I appreciate it. And I also like to thank a shout out to all my channel members. If you want to be a channel member, you get some special emojis, and you get into some channel member group chats. It's only 99 cents a month. So if you want to, you don't have to, but it's a fun little way to support people if you want to. It helps us continue to do the work we do on here. And I appreciate all of you guys. I don't really look at you as like fans or viewers. You're my friends. I'm not big enough to be calling anybody fans. You know what I mean? I only got like 580 subscribers. So anyway, till next time, true believers, Excelsior.
Come, son of Jarrell! Kneel before Zod! Snitchy boochies.